Communications and Computer Science major from Salem, Oregon. Two really nice young women. We're very fortunate to have them on our campus.
They are, and if that banner makes it to the church, I'll be surprised. Riding in a 1991 Chrysler convertible donated by Russwood Chrysler Plymouth is our lovely Maxine Mowell, Lieutenant Governor of Nebraska, who is a native of Oakland, Nebraska. She is a 1969 graduate of the University of Nebraska Lincoln School. She and her husband Francis live in Lincoln, where they own and district. If you haven't been down there lately, go down and see what they've done with that. Their son Jeff is a freshman at Southeast Community College in Lincoln. Maxine is currently the Democratic National Committee woman from Nebraska and has been active in the Democratic Party for 23 years, beginning with the Bobby Kennedy campaign while she was a university student. Maxine was elected Lieutenant Governor of Nebraska with Governor Ben Nelson November 6, 1990, and took office January 11, 1991. Maxine, welcome. Thank you.
And now we welcome the mayor of Lincoln, Nebraska. Our mayor is riding in a 1976 Cadillac owned by Al Leopold. Mayor Johans has lived in Lincoln since 1976 and was a lawyer in private practice until his election in May of this year. He served as a Lancaster County Commissioner from 1982 to 1987 and was a member of the Lincoln City Council from 1989 until his election. His wife, Stephanie, is also a former county commissioner and a Nebraska state senator and is currently employed at Lincoln Telephone.
State Senator Levon Crosby is riding in a 1967 black Lincoln Continental convertible owned by H.J. Dutton and driven by one of his lovely daughters. Levon represents the 29th District in the Nebraska legislature. She extends her congratulations to Union College on its 100th anniversary and is proud to have Union College in the 29th District, a real asset to the Lincoln community and to the state of Nebraska.
Our Union College Board Chairman, Joel Tompkins, and his wife, Peggy, are riding in a 1964 white four-door Continental convertible, also owned by H.J. Dutton and driven by another daughter. Joel is chairman of the Union College Board of Directors, as well as president of the Mid-America Union Conference of Seventh-day Adventists.
Bus, managed and maintained by members of the Union College Board of Directors. The Union College bus is used for numerous college-sponsored trips. Thank you, Jerome, for a job well done.
Union College President John Curbs and his lovely wife Nancy are riding in a 1953 red Plymouth convertible donated by Jerry and Karen Fletcher of Lincoln. Besides being an administrator at various church-owned schools, he has also served a missionary term in Africa in the 60s. He has just come to us from Loma Linda University in California, where he was Associate Dean in the Office of Admissions of the School of Medicine.
Aren't they pretty? Dr. and Mrs. Kurz. Dr. Sandra Price, who is Union College's new Vice President for Academic Affairs, is riding with her husband Cliff in a 1954 Chevrolet convertible donated by Neil Wallach of Bennett. Clifford Price is the new Vice President for Advancement at Union, and they come to us from Huntsville, Alabama. Welcome to the Prices.
Glad you're here, Cliff and Sandra. And over here, we have our Vice President for Finance. You know what, Bill? When Howard and I were first married, we had a car just like that. Just like this. This is Gary Bollinger, Vice President for Finance. Gary and his lovely wife, Kathy, and I believe they have a little Robbie with them, I believe, their son.
Yeah, that's right.
Gary and his wife are both graduates of Union College, where he is, of course, the Vice President for Finance. Kathy Kathy spends her days wrestling with 7th graders at Helen Hyatt Elementary School.
Oh, that's good. Riding in a 1921 Model T touring car donated by Ken and Karen Cheney. Whoop, that's a 1919 Model T Depot hack donated by Jim and Barb Letty. Is Dr. J. Bieber and his wife. They're both 1936 graduates of Union College. During his tenure, Dr. Bieber urged the acquisition of higher degrees by the faculty. And Dr. Bieber was not only a skilled administrator, he had an outstanding ability to make students, parents, faculty, and staff feel appreciated. He led out in the upgrading of the campus. Thank you, Dr. Bieber, for a job well done.
Yes, and in the next car we have Dr. Fowler. Dr. Fowler was at Union College between 1964 and 1970. Dr. Fowler and his wife are riding in a 1929 Surprise, Nebraska.
Riding in a 1921 Model T touring car donated by Ken and Karen Cheney of Lincoln is Dr. R.H. Brown. Dr. Brown attempted to improve morale among the faculty and students. He worked diligently to build a new administration building. He was pleased to have the groundbreaking occur during his presidency. Welcome back, Dr. and Mrs. Brown.
Dr. Merle Manley was president from 1973 to 1980, and then again from 1985 to 1986, interim president. Dr. Manley was known for his tremendous skills as a people person and as an administrator. He had a tremendous sense of humor, and yet he always used it to help people, not to hurt them. As he walked about campus, he was known for picking up trash, and at times he would take his newfound treasures to chapel to encourage students to keep the campus clean. He directed the merger of many small campus departments into streamlined divisions. Dr. Manley passed away in 1988, but we are pleased that his wife, Mrs. Beth Manley, who was held in high regard by faculty and students, is here today. She is riding in a 1927 Packard, donated by Al Leopold of Lincoln.
Also riding in the Packard, Bernie, is Dr. and Mrs. Dean Hubbard. It was during the Hubbard's tenure that the Don Love Building was completed, including the atrium. Dr. Hubbard supported the implementation of the Brush Outreach Project, and publications such as Collegiate Quarterly and Collegiate People were started at Union under Dr. Hubbard's administration.
The 1941 Pontiac convertible. Wrong, I don't think that's right.
That doesn't look like a Pontiac.
It doesn't, does it?
But right behind them is Dr. John Wagner, who was president of Union College from 1986 to 1991. John, through his hard work, he was noted in his efforts to save money, and I know for a fact that he drove his Ford van wagon nearly 400,000 miles